Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is New Belgium Ranger IPA. So, interesting. So actually, I thought that Ranger was no longer existed and is Voodoo Ranger, which is like an updated recipe, but which is actually one of my favorite mass-produced or mass-craft-produced IPAs out there, like literally one of my favorites. So I highly recommend Voodoo Ranger, but this is one of their classic IPAs. I actually remember getting this as an extra in trade in maybe like 2013 when I was training for Zombie Dust or something. Anyway, this is like their classic American IPA. It's pale malt, crystal malts, and then it has Simcoe Cascade Chinook. And then where's this brewed out of? So they do have, oh, interesting. This is out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Yeah, not even brewed on the East Coast location. Very interesting. This is Best by April, so let's dig into it. So looks very much like a classic IPA. Beer comes in a medium to deep gold color, nice clarity on it. Yeah, decent tiny bubble head on there, slightly off-white on the nose. Not that like punchy. Actually, I almost sense a little bit of oxidation, even though I got this from cold section, and again, it's Best by April, so really not. It's like a little bit floral, slightly lemon peel citrusy. Very flat nose. Cheers. Interesting. Not bad. So there's a tiny bit of this soapy thing, and I know a lot of people call it with their IPA. Part of it's water treatment, but also just like the hops are floral. Like there's a light tone of, again, lemongrass and citrusy citrus oils to it. And that all plays into this little bit of like flowery, slight potpourri lavender floral hint for like their quote unquote classic IPA. Very, very restrained on bitterness. Wow. This is very different from something like Sierra Nevada Torpedo, which is like a proudly bitter beer. Huh. Honestly, this drinks very much more like a pale ale than an IPA. It's really 6.5%. It really drives at like something that's like 5.255. It's very light on its body. There's a light kind of crackery tone to it, a little bit of breadiness, touch of sweetness, but restrained sweetness. Not that much crystal malt that you generally get from your more traditional IPAs. And then not as much bitterness as well. Not as much hop aromatics. It's just a very, it's just like the Fat Tire. It's a very middle of the road beer. This is sort of like your, this is like your ballpark kind of IPA. Yeah. You know, dare I say, it's like in that kind of like Goose Island IPA kind of range. But even then, that's a little bit more pushed towards British tradition. This is just sort of a stripped down, kind of like dumbed down kind of IPA. Again, not putting New Belgium down. I mean, just judging the beer in what's in the can. It's like, you know, yeah, I mean, again, this would be, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like the Kirkland IPA, right? The one that you get in a big box of contract beer or something, like, you know, it just really doesn't sing or, you know, tell me much about the beer, but it, you know, has characteristics where it's, you know, well crafted. So you can sort of tell that it's, you know, it's generally devoid of, I mean, it's devoid of flaws, but it's just like, you know, See, whereas I'm satisfied with the Fat Tire because it had a little bit of more malt and that dryness that really helped. This sort of has like a muddled kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like hazy in a wrong way, but like sort of like the color brown in its hop character, just like has like, you know, this meh kind of thing. So you're sort of like expecting a little bit more from an IPA, whereas like that amber ale, I'm like, you know, satisfied with whatever. This sort of, it's still well crafted. Not bad. I give it around the same kind of rating. If anything, I'd probably prefer that beer. Let's go with 82 on this one. B minus 81. Ranger IPA. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Am I being too rough on this beer? Maybe is Voodoo Ranger really just that much better? Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.